On. Boom! What's going on, guys? Energy News Beat, episode number 176, here on this gorgeous Thursday, December 10th, 2020. Shout out to my brother. It's his birthday today, turning 25, Brian Tanner. Happy birthday, my friend. I am your humble correspondent, Michael Tanner, joined, as always, by the executive producer of the show, the purveyor of the show, and the director and publisher of the world's greatest website, oilandgas360.com, Stuart Turley. How you doing today, my man?
Oh, I'm doing great. Shout out to my dad. Happy birthday, Dad. He's just a little bit younger than Moses.
He was with you in the founding of Dust?
Yes, he was.
That is awesome, guys. We have a great show for you. You can check all that and a bag of chips out on the rundown. But first, guys, just subscribe to this YouTube channel, Oil and Gas 360 /Enercom, the best place to stay up on all of your energy finance stuff. Looking at overall equities markets, fairly flat today. Top line indices, SPY was flat. NASDAQ up 0.75 percentage point. Dow Jones down 0.1 percentage point. Airbnb and DoorDash delivered today. So if you want to get in on some e-commerce and apps, you could have traded them today. Couple interesting things we need to cover. First, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi told reporters today that bipartisan negotiations were leading to, quote, great progress for additional government aid package. She did add that both sides were still debating over whether or not to create a liability waiver for businesses. Also, be on the lookout for the fact that there are Republican senators who have come out and announced direct $1,200 checks to America, regardless of what happens with this bipartisan stimulus bill. So we could be seeing direct aid, regardless of what happens. It looks like it's a $908 billion bipartisan stimulus proposal, quote unquote, proposed by the Democrats. But Politico reported that Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's staff told other congressional leaders that Senate Republicans are not supporting the measure. So that kind of keeps markets in check. Also, initial jobless claims jumped this week to 8,500 or 853,000, topping the estimate of was supposed to be about 730,000. So that's really what kept indices in check. Two of the main sentiment points right there. We move over into oil and gas. As vaccines begin to roll out, so will crude oil. Holy smokes, 46.85, up 2.9 percentage points. Back into the curve. Up 2 percentage points, 46.60. We're still in backwardation right now. We're still in contango right now, but that curve seeming to flatten itself out a little bit. Natural gas spikes 5 percentage points, $2.57, $2.80 for the back end of the curve, 3.05 percentage point. XOP, woohoo! Energy stocks doing well, baby, up 5.7 percentage points, up to 63.66. OAH, which oil field services, up to 167.51. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our numbers on the downside. Not many numbers losing today. That's what's, it is really what's good, to be giving you honest. Only 6 companies out of our 139 stocks that we cover on XOP are down today. So that's good to know. We'll read them all. Tellurian down 1 percentage point. Mesa Royalty Trust down 1 percentage point. Traco Resources down 1 percentage point. Permian Royalty Trust down 2 percentage points. Battalion down 2 percentage points. And Evolution Petroleum down 7 percentage points. But boy, do we have some movers on the upside here, guys. Intero Resources up big. They're up 18 percentage points. WTI Offshore up 22 percentage points. Tensco Gas up 27 percentage point, and Peabody Energy up 35 percentage points. Before I turn it over to Stu in the International News Desk, guys, this show is powered by Data Gumbo, an award-winning technology company with customers all around the world who build, manage, and automate their own smart contracts. Data Gumbo smart contracts offer a new approach to commercial relationships, one that reduces friction to deliver streamlined operations, increases transactional certainty and cost savings. Every transaction is accurate, certain, touchless, automated, and powered via the Gumbo Net. Go get yourself a big helping of Data Gumbo via their website, www.datagumbo.com. Stu, internationally, busy day today. What you got?
Oh, got a bunch of stuff. Hey, India's IOC refinery run rate hits 100% production in November. You got to love that. That means that they're not slowing down even that. So, yay. We'd like to see some of the refineries coming back online.
And we're about to release next week an interview with the American Petroleum chief economist, Dean Foreman. What you'll hear in that interview is a pretty interesting bullish case for, yes, sentiment is negative, but the fact that oil has rallied in the past 3 weeks is a result of the fact that we look back on the numbers look good. Refinery rates around the world look good, and he actually shed some light on the fact that the American outlook from an actual import-export stock level don't actually look that bad. So, I might be switching to the bull side here, Stu. You might just convince me here.
Well, I'm not there yet, but here's one thing that'll help. This happened yesterday. See our graphics department there. You got to love that. Some terrorists blew up 2 wells. As they say in some parts of Texas, they blew them up big. The field produces 25,000 barrels per day, officials said, and went boom around 1:30 a.m. So, hey, you got to love a little terrorism. Egypt, Egypt, hey, you got to drive the price up somehow. All right. All right, sorry about that. Egypt, look at this. Take a look at this. Egypt seeks private investment for its army-owned oil company. Here's some tidbits for you. Not only tidbits, we got nuggets on this. We are targeting offering up to 100% stakes in these new companies for local and foreign investors to invest in the Egyptian army company.
Interesting. So the army is in the oil business now.
The army's in the oil business, but they're seeking investors. I'm in on that, bad dog. Thank you, no. Okay, rolling right along here. Here's one from our buddies over at Rystat. I really like them, but this one, here's our graphics department again. This one is pretty funny. The world is on track to run out of sufficient oil supplies to meet its needs through 2050. Now, holy smokes, here we are talking about all this stuff. Left wing, Mo Larry Curly. And then you have BP, all these others. And I've been saying Saudi Aramco this way, right? Mm-hmm. Well, here it is right here. Rystat's got all the numbers to prove that Saudi Aramco management's right on the money.
Well, I would wager to bet they are versus the other side, but really only time will tell. Is that all you got for us?
You bet. That and a bag of donuts.
Well, I have a pretty interesting international story that I want to cover. Abu Dhabi National Oil Company signed a strategic framework with energy giant ExxonMobil to focus on developing a joint venture research and development partnership with opportunities they see for across the upstream value chain. Get this. Here's the idea. Here's the mutual interest they have. 1, upstream operational efficiencies, health, safety, and environmental upgrades, HSC management, and business values. So to give you an idea, those are the areas they're going to cover. They've already identified 4 fields they want to get into: advanced non-metallic solutions, field testing and integrity management, smart reservoir management, well monitoring systems, and innovative emergency response systems. This will go well. They can't even. We got a hard enough time producing oil profitably. Now we're going to become tech companies. Please, I'm bear this. I'm sure there'll be no brilliant technological advances that come out of this.
They can do it better, worse. Isn't that a new slogan?
This is going to turn. They can do it better on just a worse scale. Yes, that's good. ExxonMobil's just. I think this is. I think investors maybe see this as a good deal. I'm very bearish on oil companies attempting to get into the technology space. That's like me, a podcast host, saying I'm going to now all of a sudden go. Anyway, it's like me trying to become a doctor. It's not my business. I just sit here and rant.
It's like me going in and telling the barber, I'd like to have a Beatles haircut.
Exactly. Give Stu a mullet. With what? So it's just, anytime I see some of these, I think, yes, does Exxon have capital to burn? Sure. But no, they don't. They've been speaking of Exxon, they've been hitting left and right. The Church of England has now joined engine number 1 as the growing investor campaign demanding sweeping changes, saying it will be backing calls for appointment of new independent directors for the oil super major. Holy smokes, they've got the Pope against them now.
We got the Pope, we got the army, we got the bathtub.
It's just unbelievable. So if there's ever time to be short ExxonMobil, it's now. They might see them a confession next week. Let's look at Eagleford Shale. New report out from Global Data, decline of up to 10% in 2021. That's just due to some CapEx numbers. So I thought that's interesting. They're projecting that there's going to be really no rigs moving back into the Eagleford even as we move on. So I thought that was a little nugget. But what the 2 biggest stories of the day, is I'm sure we've glossed over. Oil up 3 percentage points. You're probably wondering, Michael, you guys didn't quite do a show yesterday. You missed the fact that crude oil inventories build 15.8 million. I'm not kidding with you, Stu. Crude oil
Wow.
inventories were up 15, and oil
Five,
stayed flat.
five, five. That's 15, 15,
Talk
5,
about an
10,
unbelievable
15.
build, and all we can talk about is vaccine news. Oil's up to 47 bucks. Talk about natural gas stocks. They decided to draw 91 billion. We've been complaining we haven't had any draws. Well, finally,
Right.
we get a draw. And we get a big one. Markets love that, even off the fact that this week of December is supposed to be pretty warm and demand
Right.
from a weather standpoint, low to mid. We saw oil pop 5.4 percentage points off finally getting back into it, or natural gas, popping 5 percentage points, getting back into draw season. Thank goodness. I've been seeing too many positive builds in natural gas for my liking. Good to see a draw.
Well, we're going to see that 320 coming right around the corner.
Yeah, maybe. We won't see that 450, and trust me, we will keep everybody who said 450 gas on the hook. Stu, do we miss anything today?
No, we're having a barrel of fun and a bag of chips.
We are having a fun. And thank you for checking us out, guys. With that, we're going to go and let you guys get out of here, get back to work. Thank you for checking us out on the world's greatest website, oilandgas360.com. For Stuart Turley, I'm Michael Taylor. We will see you guys tomorrow on the Energy Beat.